If you're a self-employed tradesman and you find yourself answering calls during the day and missing calls, some potential new clients, some tire kickers, but all the time they're just taking you away from doing what you want to do, which is getting the job done. This video is going to show you exactly what you can do to protect yourself against that going forward. As a sole trader or a small company owner, particularly in the construction space, we need to value our time because we are only one man. And dealing with potential clients or possible clients and people who will probably never become clients is a big drain on the company. And what you're missing is an inquiry book. I've got mine here and I'm going to tell you, well, I've got a digital version of it here and I'm going to show you how you can implement an inquiry book into your business, and it will just change things straight away. So if you're laying a few blocks, putting a roof up, putting plasterboards up, doing a bit of plumbing, doing a bit of painting, whatever the case may be, and the phone is ringing, and every time the phone rings, you find yourself going out to the job or going out away from the job into your office, which is your van, to answer these questions, and then they may not become jobs, or you don't know whether you should leave and go and look at a quote today, or you look at a job to quote for today or tomorrow. Here's a few things that you should do, right? You need to have an inquiry book. Now, an inquiry book is just simply a page with a number of questions on it, and I'm going to give you these questions now in a minute, and you staple these together, 50 of them or 100 of them or whatever, you get them bound together and you put them on the dashboard of your van, okay? Now, when the phone rings and it's somebody about a new piece of work, the first thing you say to them, and I'm all about being completely transparent, give me a minute till I go into my van and I get my book, and that buys you a bit of time, okay? You sit in your van, you get your book. Now, darling, Mrs., Mr., what did you say your name was? And they say their name is Mary Murphy, and you say, Mary Murphy? Just call your phone number out to me there, Mary. She calls out her number, even though she knows you can see it on the phone. What you're letting her know without actually saying it to her is that you're writing down all the information that she's asked you. You're writing down all the information that she's given you. Name, phone number, email address. What address do you want the work done at? Okay. Then you say to her, can you give me a brief description of the work you need done? And it's question number 6 on our form here. So she will give you a brief description of what she needs done. Now, to be honest, the more of a description she gives you, the further down the line she is in the process. So bear that in mind. We say she here because in a lot of cases it's the one. Next question. Do you know when you would like the job done? So you're asking her, do you know when you would like the job done? Because if she wants the job done tomorrow and you're not available for 3 months, well, then you may as well tell her right away, listen, darling, I can't help you. You need to go somewhere else. Where did you get my phone number? So important that you find out where you got the source of the referral from. The reason being, referrals that come from previous clients or family members of previous clients are more valuable than referrals that come specific or leads that come from Google or whatever the case may be. So you ask them where you got the number. So at this point in time, you know they're looking for an extension done in September. It's 50 square meters at the back of the extension, 40 square meters, doesn't need planning permission, and it's in your location. Okay, next question. Can I ask how many other people will be quoting for the job? Ask them out straight. Ask the people. How many other people will be quoting for the job? Then you ask them, have you got your other quotes back in you? I'm just reading the questions here just so you know. And I'll give you access to one of these now in a minute. Have you got your other quotes back? It's important to ask them, have they got their quotes back? Because in my experience, it's better to be first back with the quote or last back with the quote. If they're telling you they're getting 6 quotes, do you want to waste your time quoting for something 1 in 6? It's cold lead, you may not get it. You know, or maybe they've got 6 quotes back and they're not happy or something like that. You want to be the 7th one, do you? Probably not. Now, here's a question that's so important, and it's probably more relevant for smaller jobs than bigger jobs. And you say to them, it's not really a question, but it's a statement and a question. When I get to you on the day, I can give you a handwritten quotation while I'm there. Or if you prefer a printed quotation, maybe you might need to give it to a bank or a credit union, but if you need a printed quotation, it's going to take me another week or so to get that. It's going to take me another 5 days to get that to you. Which one do you want? Right? Now, in a lot of cases, you won't even have to say which one do you want. If they're not getting a loan, they will be proud to tell you, we're not getting a loan. Not even that they'd be proud to tell you. They'd be offended at the thought that you thought. They would be offended that you thought they need to get a loan. to get this done. And they'll tell you. And really, it's so important to know if the client has the money before you spend so much time getting into it with them. So you have it written down, handwritten quote printed, and you circle which one you want. So at this point in time, you know, it took me 5 minutes to explain that to you. At this point in time, you're on the phone to them for 5 or 6 or 7 minutes. Then you can say to them, I'll be out to you tomorrow. I'll be out to you this evening. I'll be out to you in 2 weeks. Or, you know what, this is not for me. Either way, you've collected more data there, particularly that they have the money, particularly that how many other people are quoting, particularly where they are in the process and where they got your number from. In the space of a few minutes, you've got that there. You've got more information than what I've seen people collecting over 2 meetings. Now, I've wrote a blog post specifically on that, explain to people how you can use this. And if you want to go and have a read it, actually, if you want to go and get a copy of one of these inquiry books, go to my website, joedoyle.ie/blog, and you'll see the blog post there that's labeled inquiry book. And if you go there, there's a link and you can download one of these and you can use it yourself. We've got an inquiry book, which is the first part, and then we've got a 14-day follow-up, which is the second part, and there's a couple of questions that you can ask 14 days later when you follow up with them, and you'll give you a good indication as to where you're at. So go to joedoyle.ie/blog. You can have a read of the blog post. It gets into a bit of detail what I've just discussed to you there, but more importantly, the link is there where you can get access to your inquiry book, and you will not have people wasting your time needlessly anymore going forward. So guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching the video. If you got some value from this video, maybe you might like the video. If you're watching it on Facebook or if you're watching it on YouTube, you might subscribe. We're really trying to grow our YouTube channel, so it's every time we get a subscriber to the channel, we're forever grateful for that. And you know, best of luck guys. Thank you for watching. See you at the top.